Hello and good evening, my name is Morganon, and I bid you all welcome back to Gothic 2. Another nice long break for you. These monthly episodes are surely keeping you on the edge of your seats. After the disaster that was the last episode, seemed like my head just wasn't in it for a while, so unfortunately it's been quite a long break. But some things that we missed, and some things we still gotta do around the castle here. So one of the things I gotta make sure we do is go back to Talbin and let him know what happened with Engrom. Because I don't want to leave him in the dark on that matter. What's this fella doing here? Brodus!
Hey!
Crap, this game is loud.
I knew that would be a problem. That's the first time you said that.
Why aren't you at work?
But that's disgusting! Have you had a look in my chamber? Those filthy meat bugs are everywhere. I have no idea who set up quarters in there before, but I'm certainly not going back into that filthy sty. I hate those beasts, and stop grinning like an idiot.
You don't know who set up in there? You're the only one who's been in there for months.
I want to become strong.
I actually don't care.
Why won't they listen to me?
Alright, well, let's clear out the mess.
Here, damn beast.
Wow. He's very eager to smash some bugs, but he doesn't know where he's going. I think that's a bug with the AI that gets NPCs to try and fight on your behalf if you're a mage. Apparently it applies to non-hostile creatures like the meat bugs as well. I mean, we kind of crushed them all over the place in there. I don't know if you're going to feel any better about that.
The meat bugs are gone. You can go back to polishing your thumb screws or whatever.
Where did you pick that up then?
Are you sure that not one of those monsters is left?
Pause.
Pretty sure.
Can't go on like this forever.
What's with these long pauses?
All right then. Here, take this gold as a token of my gratitude.
Oh, don't make me cry.
Why was the dialogue pausing so much there? That was weird.
Wait a minute.
That was quite obvious.
Wow, something's really wrong here.
You don't have to ask me that.
What the hell's going on?
I knew that all along.
What's with those really long pauses? So, I'm trying out the NVIDIA recorder that used to be called Shadowplay again, because I found out that they have updated it to allow for separate audio tracks between system sounds and the microphone, which is one of the big reasons why I didn't like using it before.
Wait a minute.
This is weird. Why is this happening? This is unacceptable. Is this being caused by the NVIDIA thing?
Why haven't I heard
Might have to relaunch. Hang on a second. Bear with me.
that would be a problem.
Wait a minute.
That's better. I'm not sure what the hell that was about.
Are you alright?
And are you sure those meat bugs are gone?
Look, there's one right behind you.
What? I'm out of here.
It can't go on like
Ha!
this forever.
Oh, such a tough man who abuses people for a living. Was afraid of little critters.
Here.
All quiet.
Quiet, yes.
But
My navel's rubbing against my backbone, man. Garand cut the food rations again. If I don't get a decent meal down my throat, then I'm going to bite Garand's fat ass.
You said.
Wow. Tempers are high around here these days.
maybe I could give you something.
Are you crazy? Certainly not here. If one of the others sees, I'll have a ton of new friends, if you know what I mean. You
What's
can
wrong with
find me in the
friends?
Magician's Temple when everyone else has retired. There's hardly anyone in the temple at this time anyway. I'll wait for you there. But just don't show up with dry bread or some raw hunk of meat, got it?
Listen, you take what you can get. Well, luckily I have a veritable buffet.
Some problem solved.
We'll just take care of this now. Just gotta sleep until midnight, and he'll pop up in the temple. Such blue evenings in this strange part of the world.
There you are.
Here I am.
So what is it now? Do you have anything for me to eat?
Sure do. So you can give him any one of these 5 things if you have it in your inventory. Variety really doesn't matter. You can give him all of one thing if you want.
A chunk of meat?
Sure, give it here. Do you have more?
A chunk of meat?
That's enough. That's enough. With that, I'll be fine for a while. Here's my gold. I can't buy anything out here in any case, so you might as well have it. I'd better go then, before somebody sees us.
Alright, so I think that was 10 pieces of food. I actually lost count at some point. But some of the easiest money you're gonna make in this game, so totally worth it. I don't know why Jan has to inhale like he's
For Innos.
got jizz in his throat, but
Business.
It was just like you
so to get back to Talbin, wish we didn't. You know what? We can postpone that and move on to more important things. I'd like to deal with it now, but we're gonna head back that direction for the final dragon anyway, so we can hold off on that. Now, you might have noticed last episode that old Beef that we hired has not been a terribly useful ally or mercenary because he has a tendency to get lost. The other thing is that he's actually not hugely useful in dragon fights, depending, because we're going to rely on a lot of summons. So I'm going to have to stock up for those. But he has a tendency to fight them, and they have a tendency to fight him. So I think he's more useful in getting to the places, because he can pull aggro and spare you a lot of mana. And as long as you equip him with that Dragon Slicer there, he can do some decent damage. So for that reason, I think it's worth it. A lot of people disagree because he's just more trouble than he's worth in a lot of cases. But, like, you see the one-hit damage, like, per hit damage he can do. As long as he gets critical hits, he can two-shot orcs like that. Which is totally worth it in my book. Means we don't have to use as much mana. I can understand why people prefer to do it their own way, because he can also... He's proven himself to be quite difficult to keep in line. Like, look at this. How little damage we're doing to this orc here. And he just finishes it off.
So much for...
Suppose, depending on how you play it, you could have enough mana. Oh yeah, we heard about this fellow. Ran off after his crossbow. Looks like he got it back, but did not make it very far. So everything Sengrath had in his merchant inventory is actually on his corpse inventory, which is atypical of merchants. We're gonna have to let Udar know what became of him. I know a lot of people, when they play this, generally do not concentrate on pure mage. And unfortunately, this walkthrough is pretty much gonna prove why. Because it's almost impossible to do it solo. The dragon fights are impossible because you do not have any spells that can deal enough damage. Certainly not enough to outpace their regen. Hardly any spells will even put a lick on them. Oh god, I'm stuck in the waters. So it's quite infuriating.
Nothing there.
How they really imbalanced the dragon fights and made mages basically impossible to do without summons, which I guess, since summons are magic, maybe they rationalize it that way. But it's not really ideal, in my opinion. Because summoning really isn't, I think, what most people want to be a mage for. It is cool, but it's more of a support thing. This is where something like a... Wish like a chain lightning kind of spell existed. that could hit all these guys at once. Oh boy. Wow, just don't do anything. For Christ's sake! Beef! Deal with this! No, don't back away! What's wrong with you? Biff. You have a massive sword and he's not even attacking you. One of the other things about Biff, I ended up testing it off recording. I don't remember if I saved it though.
Nothing there.
If you take or propose the offer that he gets a share of the loot when you kill the dragons, he will still occasionally ask for money, just not as often. But every time you loot the hordes of the dragons,
Nothing there.
as soon as you open all of the leather purses that were part of that horde, he will demand half of the money that was in it. So I don't know, I didn't test it fully, but what happens if you just hold on to all of the bags, don't open them, meaning he'll never demand the money, and then basically after the last dragon fight, just fire him.
I'm starting to get the feel.
All right.
I should.
So I think in theory that doing it that way could save you a lot of money if you want to keep him hired. But, oh well, we did it this way. Now, we remember this bridge. In ages past. This was where the novice, what was his name? Nyras? No. I forget which, what the name of the novice was, but the one who lost the tome needed for the incantation. The invocation. Lost it to the Black Goblins. Almost had him. Confuse the Lork. And bop. Unfortunately, that cave has caved in over there. I don't remember that what we now know is a teleporter platform. Those were in the first game because they're supposed to be where... Oh, hello. Supposed to be where the focus stones were. Oh god, oh god! This is bad. Biff, get up here. Hype! Deal with it, Biff. Oh god. Oh god! In the drink. Oh god, he's gonna die. Fucking... Oh my god, I'm stuck. Why am I stuck? What the hell? Oh no. That was just a comedy of errors there. Well, I'll see you all in a moment. Round 2. With fewer mistakes this time, I hope. Soften them up first. See, I hate when they go down there. Whatever. Oh, hello. Acrobatics I was not expecting.
All right.
You know, let's learn from mistakes of yore and save before we go any further. That orc's having time. Yeah, we could do the smart thing and stop. Oh, come on, dude, not now.
I'm starting to.
I'm working on something here. Okay. Tried to switch spells, but so be it. Alright, Biff. Have at it. Let's do another one. Come on, he's not fighting back. Dude, what are you doing? You dancing with him?
All right. So much for you, filthy beast.
His chest always annoyed me. I don't know why it's facing the wall. Quite some decent loot in there, though. So yes, the cave is caved in, inexplicably. I think I was mentioning before that this platform, I'm pretty sure... Was this here? In Gothic 1? I don't remember it being there because this wasn't one of the focus sites, which were the original idea of what these things represented. Then they changed it to be an existing thing from the age of the Jarkandarians.
All right. So much for you, filthy beast.
I don't
Nothing
remember.
to plunder.
People have been asking why, or people asked at one point, why I didn't go for the Minecrawler armor, but we met the dude, didn't we? Yeah. So we're heading up that same direction. There were fewer orcs up this route last time. And like I was just talking before about how relying on beef means you don't need to use as much mana. But no, I'm not even abiding by that. So, you might notice to my left that things are looking a little bit weird on the other side of the wall. That's because in the game's native draw distance, you really shouldn't be able to see that far over. But now that I've got it unlocked, you see things you shouldn't see, but there actually is something to that, which we'll get into later. Don't remember, I don't think that this spell is too effective against Fuego lizards. So we might need to do a, I mean, that hurts it.
Another one of those things.
Deal with this! Alright, so Ice Lance is pretty good against them, I guess. For what it is. I don't remember if lightning is that good. I actually don't think I tried it because we didn't have it in Jarkandar. Nope, that's pretty damn good. Alright, well, we can basically annihilate all these. I want to take a look up here to the left. Because one of the things that interests me in Gothic 1 and Gothic 2 is that Gothic 1 had a lot of locations that didn't really have anything. And when you revisit them in Gothic 2, they're filled in with some extra shit. Even if it's just treasure and some goblins, but there were a lot of like caves and stuff in Gothic 1 that were just straight up empty. And it seemed like wasted space. But up here, I believe there was some kind of like goblin camp. It was a little out-of-the-way thing you could find. And for some reason, they chose not to use the space in Gothic 2. It is one of the few cases where that's the case. But anyway, let's check in on Gestath. See if he's still around. He sure is, and it looks like Goran settled in here as well.
Can you gut dragons too?
Sure, why not?
Why not? Probably because you've never done it before, so how would you know?
So this is where you're holed up.
You aren't so easy to kill yourself, huh?
Have you caught anything yet?
I'm still waiting. I think there may be something to be had up there in the old rock ruins. There are lights up there at night, and I can hear screams.
Scary.
Maybe it's Lester who's returned to his old ruin on the rock.
Can't be. As far as I know, Lester doesn't live up there anymore.
I don't think that was a genuine, I'm pretty sure that was a joke, but Goran didn't get it.
A dragon?
Very likely. The high plane up there is guarded like the King's Dam treasury. But it's the only way to the fortress. As if the dragons weren't bad enough already. They seem to have a few more monsters in tow.
What kind of monsters would those be?
I couldn't quite make them out properly, but they walk upright and have scaly skin. They move over the rocks like snappers that have gotten a whiff of prey. I can hear them snuffling and snorting clear down here. I think they've taken over the whole plain up there.
Well, we've dealt with those before. They're a bit less friendly than the orcs.
What about the orcs?
I've been watching them for quite a while. The barricade they set up down there must be hiding something. I suspect that crowds of them have already gathered back there.
You mean even more than are here already?
It wouldn't amaze me if they tore down their palisade one evening and flooded across the land. I've got a bad feeling about this. If that happens, I'll have to go back and warn Lee. He wants to get off the island anyway. By then, it'll be high time.
Well, that doesn't solve the logistical problem of the ship.
Can you help me get into the fortress?
I don't really know. I'm afraid the orcs will attack just at the very moment I look away.
That's paranoid.
Can't be helped. I'd never forgive myself if I came too late, you see. On the other hand, whatever. Why else am I here? Let's charge the plane and fight our way clear to the fortress. A little exercise can't hurt. Besides, I want to get a closer look at those beasts up there. Let me know when you're ready.
Sounds like a plan. Oh yeah, we've already looted that. Alright, well, let's rock.
Let's attack.
Just like old times, huh? But I'll tell you something. This is my battle. This time, I'm going in front.
Okay. I don't know why you're taking this so personally, but sure. So Goran's a tough customer. He can, pretty much take care of this himself.
Another one of those things.
Oh god.
Nothing there.
I do like the fact that Goran keeps the same axe. Although it's not the axe he had in the first game. Which makes sense. It would have been confiscated by the paladins. But he keeps the same axe whether he's immersed in merc armor or dragon hunter armor. Hello. Howie. Alright, well, Goran actually took a beating there, so maybe he can't take care of himself. Hold it up now. Oh yeah, I forgot, Goran does not wait for you. Gotta be real careful of that. So steer clear of the ones on the right, because he's not dealing with those. You remember the good old days when there were golems here. Oh, I suppose a singular golem. Man, Goran, out of potions already. This ain't good. Ah, the noise.
So much for you, filthy beast.
Don't die now. He hits like a motherfucker.
Nothing to plunder.
But he only goes this far,
It
unfortunately.
was child's play. So, my friend, you'll have to take care of the rest. Make it hot for them. I'll go back and keep an eye on the orcs.
No problem. See you around.
I should hope so.
Yes, indeed. Keep yourself alive. He's gonna see that thing, isn't he?
Come here, you
Oh,
filthy
no.
beast.
One less
All right,
monster
well,
around.
Fair enough. We don't get the XP for that now, but it be how it is. So the trick with this place here, we want to keep Biff around.
Sure.
You want to keep Biff around. You have to move pretty quickly, because when you get up to basically the front of the front of the fortress, he'll likely just turn around. He'll do the same. I guess we didn't see it last time because we didn't keep him with us. But he does this thing where he says, this area is really dangerous. You go in ahead. Not good. And he goes and waits at kind of like a neutral position. And with most of the dragon fights, his script will update to have him rejoin you after you talk to the dragon. Let me make sure I've actually restored the Eye of Enos. I sure have. But the problem with this area is that we can't actually get to the dragon with Biff here, so we have to do this one solo. But I want him around to clear out the fortress. Damn,
All right.
son.
So much for you, filthy
That ain't even
beast.
a blunt weapon. Oh boy. Nice. Finish that one off quickly, please. Let's run an interference here. Go on. A few good whacks.
Really dangerous area here. You go in front. I'll keep in the background.
That's what I was afraid of. What he does, I think, is he actually goes down to the bottom of the hill.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, so unfortunately he's going to walk all the way down there. I guess it's not the end of the world. We can deal with this area kind of on our own. It's going to be tricky. What we can do is use skeletons. Or we can try using the hailstorm spell. See if that does enough damage. But the problem is going to be the golems. There are more golems here, and they don't seem to really give a shit about our magic. So, steel energy does not help because that only works on humans. Let me take that off for now. No? Why did I put that on? Well, that didn't hit any of them. It would be nice if those hit the ones upstairs, but
Nothing there.
guess that would make it a bit too OP. Why would I eat a fish soup in an abandoned castle here? That begs the question, who brought that soup here? Since the last time we were here. Alright, let's get... I know there's a golem in the opposite hallway. Skeletons are pretty good at soloing golems. Oh, hello. boy! Golems are pretty good at one-punch manning skeletons. Oh boy. What the hell was that? Kill this thing. Don't punch me! Get back here, dickwad. Deal with that. Why do you do the running attack? It's really annoying because only summoned skeletons do the running attack. Get rid of it! I swear I saw one of them lizard men. What the hell killed that? I swear I saw one of them lizard men, like, hopping around down here. Never took a gander down this cliff before. Well, so long you. So the nice thing is, last time there were ladders in this area, yet inexplicably, this part seems to have caved in. Not sure how that happened. And again, we know it's a stone golem in this, stone dragon in this area, so the swamp dragon could basically terraform his little area. I guess the stone golem, stone dragon's probably capable of the same thing. No, you don't. Hey, you can hear a demon in there. It's a little scary, but luckily we've got cheese strats. Apparently that's not enough. Good lord, what does it take? That's still not enough? Dude. How are you able to tank so many of these? Oh! Jesus fucking Christ! You cheating bastard! Jesus. So, this door opens the same way it did last time. Kind of sad of them to just shove a demon in there and leave him to starve. And we got a bed here. This is a nice little area to stage our advance up above. Left, right, right, left, right, left, left, right. Or some kind of bow. A longbow. If you do want to swap out the Claw of Beliar rune, there's an area to do it. And actually, I'm gonna do that. Although it might not help us too much. Create zombie. Because the steel energy, like I said, does not do anything to non-human enemies. But zombies are apparently pretty damn strong. To summon zombies, anyway. I've never actually used it before. But we can combo... Well, we can actually just spam skeletons. Summoning a skeleton does not despawn any ones you already have summoned. I can't remember if it used to do that. I swear it did that at one point. I don't know if that was in Vanilla or Gothic 1. But I swear it were a thing. But we can also potentially spam zombies. At 80 mana. Get a good few out there. If they are as good as I hear they are, might be worth making an army of those and letting them mop up the dragon for us. My middle mouse button is not working so well these days. There's left, right, left, right. Alright. There's quite a few scaly fellows around the corner, so what I'm gonna do is a trick that an old viewer complained that I don't use enough, which is to combine spells with the sprint potion. And then just run in and make a mess. Oh wow, okay. Forgot there's a golem up here too, but I'm glad to know that that works pretty damn well. Left, right, left, right, left.
Nothing to be had there.
I didn't really make strong use of this castle. I'd just like to point out that even though they caved in the area where the ladder was in Gothic 1, you would still be able to see where it led out up here, but I guess the lizard men came and paved that over. Well, unless it was right here. I don't really remember the geometry too well. Geometry, is that even the right word? Pretty sure it's not. Alright, looks like we're here. Curious about how he made this rock formation. Looks volcanic, but he's not the fire dragon. So having the sprint potion on will probably save our ass a little bit in this fight as well. They'll probably wear out before the fight's over, but really all we need to do is make space.
Nothing there.
So that the dragon don't push us around. There is another strategy with this dragon. There's a certain spell scroll that can make this fight pretty trivial, but we can only get one of them at this point, and I didn't think to pick it up. So instead, we'll see how the zombies fare.
Yet another presumptuous mite who dared to climb my rock. You little humans, so brave and yet so fragile. I shall tear out your entrails and feed them to the rats.
Not so fast. I bear the Eye of Innos. You will obey me and answer my questions.
Ask your questions.
Who are you?
I am called Padrakan, and I shall slowly skin you alive when I catch you.
Who is the strongest among you dragons?
We draw our power from the elements of this world. Their hierarchy is clear and simple. Land formed of soft earth bestows life on all creatures under the sun. Yet it will open up and swallow you entirely if you get too close to it. The rock, which would rather break than ever surrender, towers with pride and buries the careless beneath itself, and yet it offers the best protection from the tide. The spark of life lives in the deep fires of this world, and yet the fire incinerates everything in a breath, leaving nothing but ashes. All our elements preserve and destroy, but only in water that become hard and solid as rock will everything be transformed into an eternal pillar of salt, where life is barely possible.
So ice then.
Whose orders do you follow? Who sent you here?
Our future and well-being is controlled by the Master with his word of power. Soon no one will be able to resist him. His long arm already stretches far from the realm of the dead. The spirits of the night gather in joyful anticipation of his arrival. He will overcome you humans and rule the world. In his shadow, we are no more than accessories to his creative power. The Master will come to raise your afflicted bodies from the ashes and use them to reshape the fate of the world.
Very ominous.
Enough words. Your temporary power is exhausted. The eye has lost its strength. Prepare to die.
This ain't Dark Souls. Go forth, Zomboy. Oh, I see. It's one of them armored zombies. So we got 3 of those out now. So the issue is that they have trouble keeping up with him, and when he goes into a loop of that, it's not terribly helpful. Maybe chuck a few skeletons into the mix as well. Those skeletons are probably, yeah, skeletons just fight. Oh no, the skeletons don't fight the dragon. I mean the zombies. So the issue you're gonna run into is that a lot of your summons will fight each other. They're not doing much. I expected more. They're not doing jack shit. The zombies are too afraid to hit them. I think the skeletons are gonna win the day here. That's the definition of chip damage there. Gonna need more. He's just back at full health. They're not doing nearly enough. Might need a plan C here. Where's my plan C? I know I had it. Oh, there it is. So the issue with the demon is that the demon will fight everything you summon, including other demons. The demon is pretty powerful. A lot of people say the demons can solo dragons, but I've very seldom seen that to be the case. There is a trick you can do, which is try and keep the dragon between you and your other summons. That way, the dragon will be the closest enemy for the demon to aggro on. That's tricky to do when he's hopping around so damn much. So I'm just gonna wait since the skeletons can't do the deed here. Why was he all the way over there? Yeah, we're gonna need to pull aggro. biggest problem with the breath attack. Alright, yeah, he's definitely doing it now. As long as we keep him from getting recoil. More than capable. So yeah, demons OP, please nerf. Everything else under P, please anti-nerf. But the alternative that I usually use for this fight is to find a scroll of Shrink Monster. I think you can only get one of them at this point. Look how we get the Wolf's Tooth. That was like one of the first weapons you find in this game. And this dragon's got it in his treasure hoard. But the Shrink Monster spell basically makes him borderline harmless. And greatly reduces his hit points. But it can still be tricky, because I don't think his regen... His regen might be affected, I don't really remember. But you can combo that with one summon skeleton, and the skeleton will... You know, make a mockery of him. But, well, we had to pull in our pinch hitter, which was a demon. It is what it is. So, let's head back down the hill here, because Beef is gonna be chilling at the bottom. And he will stay there until the end of time if we don't pick him up here. Well, appreciate your efforts here, Biff.
Come with me.
That's a very long animation for that, my friend. Alright, let's get back to the castle. Shame the zombies didn't do too much. Actually, now that I think about it, we want to finish clearing up this hill here. Some treasure that we had to run past. Since Gorn was on a suicidal mission. I don't remember. I don't think he does, but I don't remember if Gorn has anything to say after the dragon's dead, but we can check in with him. Why don't you get the last hit? There, now you can feel like you contributed. That's quite a lot of them. Oh my god, now's not the time. Yeah, I remember that. A couple of them come streaming over the hill there. Go on.
Alright, so much for you, filthy beast.
Nice one. If only could hit like that every time. I guess that's the way they tried to balance Biff. Because he hits so damn hard. They made sure that he is not a particularly skilled fighter. So he's only got 65% in any weapon category. I think I mentioned it before, but you can, the same way we gave him the sword, you can give him a crossbow or a bow or something. That actually makes him quite a bit less useful, because he will resort to that so often and end up taking too long to pull out his sword or axe or whatever. So if I remember, in Gothic 1, this was where the God's Hammer was, or whatever it was called. I don't think that's still here in this case. fighting golems no longer depends on having blunt damage. Yeah, we got a crossbow instead. I think it still helps, but it doesn't depend on it. Left, right, left, left, right, left, right. I think one of the biggest problems this game has is sort of like an inconsistent and a lot of hidden sort of damage concepts. I think I mentioned it before. There's a sort of a hidden damage type called wind, or it's actually called fly, I think, in the files for some reason. Certain spells do that kind of damage, like the Fist of Wind. And certain enemies are particularly weak to it. But you've got no way to know that it even exists. Because in the spell descriptions, it still just calls it, like, magic damage or something. Yeah, it just says damage. So you don't know that this does a particular type of damage. And it's not in any character sheets. So people had to do some digging in the files to figure out exactly what it was. I do like the idea of, like, kind of different hidden damage types, so it's something you learn organically. But it's not something you really see utilized to its full potential in this game, I don't think. I'm just gonna have beef take some whacks at this one. Nice one. What do you even guard? Oh, would you look at that? Zardas's old tower. Still where we left it. So you can still get to that, but the underwater tunnel to his old place is also caved in, as you might expect. You might also remember there used to be a bridge getting all the way over there. That whole mountain has been terraformed in some strange ways. Something tells me we're heading that way soon. Yeah, I feel like Bennett must have made a killing in how much armor he sold to these dudes. But it begs the question how he managed to make it all that fast. Because a suit of armor is not something you just pull off in an afternoon.
The rock dragon is dead.
I don't hear any more screams. Were you up in the rock fortress?
Yeah,
Yes.
you let us there.
Haha, I thought as much. Wherever you show up, there won't be one stone left standing.
What are you going to do now?
I'll stick around for a while and then make my way back to Lee. Maybe we'll meet again there. I'm getting sick of this damned area. It's time we finally get out of this country.
See you later.
Country? It's just an island that's part of another nation. Right, back to the castle. Let's get our reward for this hot mess. Oh yeah, check in with Udar while we're here.
Hey. I found Sengrath.
Really? Where is he?
He's dead. Here's his crossbow. He had it with him.
He must have gotten his crossbow back. But then the orcs seem to have slain him after all. Damn fool. I knew it. We're all going to die.
Oh, don't be so pessimistic. Something's up with my throat today.
Don't say you didn't.
Oh, I suppose I should point out, at the time of recording, there's been a lot of information on Elex 2 that has dropped.
Don't believe this is
If you haven't caught wind of that yet.
Where did you pick that up?
I want to make a video about it, but just like I've had very little time to make this video, I haven't had time to work on that one either. So hopefully I can get that out. Just my thoughts on it. The information's been coming so fast, I feel like anything I talk about or speculate on might become outdated very quickly. So I've been a little hesitant to do it, but might as well.
I didn't have enough problems.
I've got news about the dragons.
Report.
The dragon in the rock fortress to the south is dead.
That's good news. Here, I'll give you some money toward your equipment.
Have there been any more dragon attacks in the meantime?
Luckily not. For the moment, they're holding off.
More trouble.
Well, that's good.
There's more.
There's only half as many, so I can only do half as much damage now.
Hey! I need more information about the dragons. I have this feeling that I didn't get to all the dragons yet. Maybe I overlooked something.
Following the last attack by the dragons, one of them is said to have disappeared near the volcano in the south. You should look for it there.
Interesting that you know it's a volcano, because it wasn't a volcano the last time we were there.
Rocky.
But yes, that's where we were looking before. Alright. Gotta make sure we recharge the Eye of Enos now, because I will forget next episode if I don't do it.
You hardly know who to believe these days.
But that should be it for today. So again, sorry this is taking so long as usual, but that be how it is sometimes. So next time we'll chart a path to the dragon in the volcano. It was actually the easiest one to get to, and yeah, make a mess of that, and we'll be in the home stretch. Oh yeah. Good. So until next time, ladies and gentlemen, thank you kindly for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to follow on Twitch for live stream shenanigans every Saturday and Sunday if you like. And link you to my Discord channel in the description as well if you want to hang out. Otherwise, have yourselves a wonderful week. Stay safe, stay healthy, and see you next time.